So in this problem, it says two variables. In the last video, we did a problem with two variables. So again, we have an x and a y. I already have a line there. Okay, so we're looking for two numbers that multiply to be negative 10. Now this is our first one where the n number, that coefficient, was negative. So we'll talk about that. And then we want them to add to be negative 7. Okay, so here's the thing. You can think of numbers that multiply to be 10, 1 times 10 and 2 times 5. Okay, those are the two sets of integers that multiply to be 10, but one of them has to be negative. They can't both be negative because you want to multiply to get negative 10. So either it's going to be negative 1 and negative 10, so it could be like negative 1 and positive 10, or it could be positive 1 times negative 10. And it could be negative 2 times 5 or 2 times negative 5. Okay? So you have like 4 different combinations. Now, here's a little tip that will help you. If this one's negative that you're going to add up to, then the larger absolute value has to be negative. So it's not going to be this case because you'd get a positive 9. It's not going to be here because you're going to get a positive 3. So maybe one of the other combinations. So in our top example, if you add those numbers together, you get negative 9. And if you add those numbers, you get negative 3. Unfortunately, we don't get a negative 7. And those are our only two combinations. So that's too bad. It means that this doesn't factor. This polynomial is not going to factor. And that happens sometimes. Some books will write not factorable. So we just say it's not factorable. But a lot of textbooks will write prime. So that's what we're going to do. We tried to factor it. We tried all the combinations that there were, and none of them multiplied to be negative 10 and added to be negative 7. So it's prime. And we're done. Doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it happens.